that he's, not going to be undercover anymore?
Well, I mean, actually, no. What happens? I can't tell you everything. I can say that because of the unmasking, there is some fallout that happens, and there's also some unexpected support that happens. And it is adhesive to the cultural velocity right now. So like there's like this. I can't say that, can I?
Sure you can.
I mean, I could.
These aren't real recording devices.
I've heard that before. It's interesting what happens, and it's quite unexpected what happens based on him taking his mask off. I can say that for sure.
It seems like the Cat story has kind of gotten pushed to the side.
Yep. Last season.
Last season that we're moving on. More of that, or are we going to see more?
Yes, I'll tell you straight up, we're going to see a lot more of that because we try to keep it woke, in the writers' room, and I think all of the actors are on the same page of inclusivity and just in that mind state. So, with that said, journalism is our fourth estate, right? And I think that we know now how important journalism is in our culture. And I think, my personal belief is that journalism, the intel community, and law enforcement are going to be the things that save this country, frankly. And so Catkill is going to be a little more serious, less of a gossip rag, more of a New York Times-ish sort of thing that we're going to kind of revamp it in that way. And really start fighting the good fight with real journalism, investigative reporting, and information as well. And also just, dispel that stupid myth that journalists or the media is the enemy of the people.
When it comes to you guys keeping it woke and having great representation, obviously.
We try.
Yeah,
I'm not going to say that we are, I say we try.
But you guys are better and better. You guys are, when it comes to scripted television.
Thank you very much. We try.
I understand also this season you're going to have like 50% or more female directors.
Yep.
That's amazing.
That was a directive from Greg Berlanti. That was like I shouldn't say directive. I don't know. I know that Berlanti was the one who brought that up, and that's amazing.
Yeah.
And we need to start that. That's crazy. Yeah. I mean, women can tell stories too, so.
For real.
Really well. Yeah.
Supergirl's motto was hope, help, and compassion for all.
I didn't even know that. Wow.
Yeah.
You become with us.
Words. What would you hope that the Guardian's motto and what people get out of him would be this season or next season? Season 4.
That's wonderful. Maybe justice is your birthright. Something. Hold on, let me tweet that out so y'all can't take that. No.
So, speaking of social issues, you guys are introducing a transgender superhero this year. How does it feel to be at the forefront of such a progressive movement? Like, this is the first time I'm seeing myself represented as a superhero.
How does it make you feel?
You guys have been my favorite show for 3 years.
Thank you. This gave me goosebumps. I appreciate it. Thank you. Here's the thing. There's a lot of... It's 2018, right? I feel like 10 years from now, gender is going to be a thing of the past. It's going to be like genres of music. Like, oh, that's a good song. That's a great song. Oh, that song sucks, right? We're not going to be looking at people and saying, fragmenting, especially amongst ourselves, the inclusive community, fragmenting ourselves so that the non-exclusive community, the exclusive community can win. They can only win if we break ourselves apart. So to answer your question, I'm really, really happy and proud that we're doing this. Something that's going to be normal in the future. absolutely normal and feature. And to that point, I think there's one gender. I think we're fucking humans. Sorry, I mean, I think we're humans. And look, I mean, my girlfriend tells me all the time that I am I mean, I'm gonna say it. I'm a lesbian trapped in a football player's body. All the time. She tells me that all the time. I'm like, I think you're probably right. I just haven't really explored that. But for me, it's almost like how you feel is who you are. How you feel is who you are. And I'm happy that we're being this sort of synergetic thing on television that's being adhesive to these movements, right? Instead of breaking them apart, because the more we break them apart, the weaker we are. And so I'm in full support of that community. I'm in full support of her kicking ass. I'm in full support of it, and I'm happy to be part of it. And I'm happy that we're representing you.
So Supergirl is definitely the most socially conscious superhero show on TV. Why do you think that is, and how does that make you feel as a person being a part of that show?
Thank you for saying that. That's awesome. We all put our heads together and we try. And Robert and Jessica are amazing at keeping everybody. How do you put it? Just being inclusive of everybody's feelings, everybody's thoughts, of everybody's struggles, right? We all understand what bullying is, right? And now 2018, it's kind of ridiculous in the fact that you go, if you make fun of somebody's weight, you're a bully. If you make fun of somebody's sexuality, you're a bully. If you disenfranchise somebody because of their gender or their race, that's status quo.
That's messed up.
Fucking crazy, right? That's actually crazy.
Yeah.
So the fact that I think that we're a show that's putting, gender bias or racism into the cultural context of bullying, I think we're ahead of the curve. And I think that's where this conversation needs to go. I think that's where it needs to go.
So,
What? Wait, last one.
King Gypsy.
Yep. I'm glad I said last one. Yeah. That's my other mask.
I gotta know, we gotta wrap it up. I don't have the words now. What do you want people to know about you as King Gypsy?
I want them to know that there is more love in this world that we can apply to ourselves, we can apply to others, and our planet as a whole. And that's what my movement's about. It's just the more love movement, and that's what King Gypsy's about. And that's what my music's about. So thank you.
Thank you so much, Mehcad.
Thank you so much for coming.
Thanks, guys.
Okay,
Thanks
we're
a
gonna
lot.
head on over to the autograph.
All right, so no Shiler.
From leaking tall buildings to going off like gamma bombs. Switch your internet browser to ComicsOnline.com.
Hey. What's up?
Hello.
Hey, it's good, guys. This is weird. Grab all these.
Sing us a song.